Alright, hey guys. So, the newest DLC for Frostpunk came out about 3 days ago. I've been working on going through the game, finishing a couple times, just see methods that work so I can create a tip guide or a build order guide for people. So let's get into the scenario and I'll walk through what I do every time, and it usually gets me at a good starting point. So we'll do on the edge. I'll start this up. I'll be creating probably 3 videos on this one: a tip video, a build video, and a resource video for all the locations and what resources they hold.
They say
We're just gonna skip past this so we can get right into it. First thing I would suggest doing is building a gathering post right away. It'll keep your people warmer as they take this out so they don't get sick as often. So we're going to need that one up. And then our next order of business is build the cookhouse once we get enough wood. We'll just speed that up real quick. Gonna also want to start harvesting as much steel as we can. Put that there. Start grabbing some of the wood from here as well. And then I like to throw 5 people on this last one because it's not in the range of this, just so we get more wood process. Alright, I got that. We want to build a cookhouse so we can start getting our food production. Then our next order of business will be to get a medic post built up, because we're going to start getting sick people pretty much right away, and we're going to need enough medic posts, probably 2 by the time that we get everything done and built. Let's get through this real quick. Alright, those right there. Once we have our medic post built, we'll start building houses. We're going to need at least 7 of them to keep all of our people happy and in home, so there's less sickness. So we just want to keep things running as is. That's maxed out, good. I like to keep at least 3 people. It seems to make food enough for everybody. Then once we get our 7 homes built, we'll build the transport station and the administration building in quick succession. Our biggest thing is we're going to need wood. Which, yeah, that got built, so I should have thrown people in there right away. That's going to cost me some time. Max out without their engineers. We'll be good with 12. Get his medical post working as fast as possible.
Time for a breather. See you tomorrow.
Alright, I'll give him time to build the houses. Yeah. Right, shelters for everyone. Give us a nice big bonus on our hope. Plus the outpost collects all this wood a lot faster. We'll speed this up till the morning. Going. This DLC really gotta be fast at just getting stuff done.
Get to work, people. Shipment is waiting.
That's completed. Let's move everyone, get on wood picking. We're gonna need a lot of wood here in a little bit. I'd like to build one back here and then build the rest up here. We're gonna need a road connecting all these ones. I generally build a road right along this path so that I can place a burner right here, which we're gonna need later on. We'll also get our transport depot up and ready. Then our administration building, because we're gonna need to get that food going right away. Now we don't need our cooks, we can take them off the order. Makes our building some stuff for us while we wait.
Shift's over. Get some rest, people.
Alright, let's build our stuff. Yep. Then we'll get contacted. Understood. Alright. And we're gonna need one shipment of food right away. To come in with the other shipments. Low prices, everyone has a house. And then we're gonna need to build 2 more homes because this is gonna drop 25 people with us. So let's get these working up right now. Once this road's nice and built, we need to get the flow of our work over there getting done. And one of the other major things is before these people show up, because they're going to bring 10 sick people with them, we're going to need a second medical post up. Yeah. If you don't have a second medical post, you'll get really bogged down with sick and you'll get a great person right away. So you need the second medical post as soon as possible, as soon as that group of people starts getting sent to us. Otherwise that can completely ruin your game if you can't deal with that. Because there's 2 opportunities that are going to happen. You're going to lose a person, which is going to suck because that's less work that you got. And then the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a law decreed by the New London. There's either going to be a cemetery law or it's going to be a frostbite law. If it gets frostbite law, you'll get quite a bit of discontent. But the biggest hurting thing is you'll lose some of your favor with New London because they have to pass the law, and you'll lose a worker. And losing that favor will hurt you in the long run, will hurt you in the short run, because we're going to need to get wood from them to help build onto more stuff.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Yep. Alright.
To work. Let's get this shipment ready.
Where's our engineers at? Where did I throw those guys? I always forget. I threw them over here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. We need to take 5 of you from here and max you out over there so that we can deal with the sick people that are coming in an hour and 30. And we don't need this wood pile starting to be harvested anymore. Keep our 5 engineers here for now. Next up, we want to get our workshop built right away. Alright. Got the pace. Our people came in. Do our best. This content rises and boom. 10 sick people right there. If we didn't have that second one, it would take too long to get these people healed. And they would get gravely ill, and you'd lose 5 people at the minimum. Which will really hurt you in the long run. Alright. Now we start getting our food up here. So our people aren't eating the raw food. Alright, and this will be the steam core thing. Yep. Oh, that's not the button I want to press. Found steam cores, yeah, they want us to harvest it. That's fine. We're doing an emergency hour thing. Our favors low right now, so we can't ask for anything. The first thing that we want to use that 24-hour thing on is actually the workshop, because we can get our upgrades going pretty fast. Alright, so he's got 14 more wood that I can pick up. Okay, that's all done. So I need my 5 engineers back. I need to throw them right here. And then we need to start working on some research here for us. First thing we need to work on is the braziers. Our biggest problem is going to be the sick. I got 127 wood and 71 steel left over, which is fine. Because once we're done with that, our braziers, we're gonna need to research the sawmill and then build a sawmill. So let's pick up this pace. Alright, it's gonna ask us to build a recon station, which we don't have enough people to do that just yet. We need to free up some space here. Once some of these piles get diminished, we'll have some people to send out. We're getting quite a few sick people, a lot more than I was hoping. It's always a hit or a miss with your sick people. Alright. Need a brazier to heat up as much as we can. Yeah, either one of these is good. Put one right there. Next up, we're gonna need to work on our sawmill. Yeah, so in 2 hours this place should be done. That'll give us 10 people. And we can send out ourselves out a scout. Alright, that place is useless now. There are people working on that, and we're going to need some coal production coming in here too. Keep that brazier running. Alright, 85 right now. Sawmill Research, you get that one running. Yeah, right there's the best thing. Alright. Our road's up here. And now we got some free people. Rate that. And then first place where we're gonna want to send it is over here to our right side. Alright, now that I should have switched that already. You don't really want to switch this when it's work time, so wait until after the work time's over. Alright. We're going to want to switch that to our steam core production. And our medicine's keeping up just fine. And now that we got that, we need to upgrade our research. They'll tear that down, they'll build that up. Alright. So that's all done. Take 10 people from here. Oh no. We've done the wrong station. 10 of you. I'm gonna throw you guys in there so we can start chopping some wood because the progression going. So we're gonna need a lot of wood for our research. We got high favor. Alright. Next thing that we're going to want is more wood. If you do food again, they'll pass a law again, which will either give you soup or the sawdust one, and that can really cause discontent. You'll want to get the soup one later when you can make your own laws. Pick up our pace again. Pick it up, come on. Let's get us 16 wood. We're gonna want to go down the stone wall. Alright, that's working just fine.
Let's get this shipment ready.
Alright. That's depleted. Let's start getting some of this. And when are we getting our food? 1 hour. So we'll just leave our guys there to make more food. We haven't dispatched. Yeah. Understood. Understood.
Headquarters order. A new law is in effect.
We need that research to keep going. We need it as fast as possible. So we're gonna need to extend their hours. If you run the ship 24/7 on twice, one of your people will have a heart attack and they'll just be insta killed. There's nothing you can really do about it. So you want to just only use it once. Our favor's average, which is fine. We're gonna our cores. Worth of research, just what we need. And then once we're done their drawing board research, we need to switch to our coal mine research. Because we got a nice coal mine deposit right here, that'll free us our people up so they don't have to keep harvesting over here. So we could use them in other places. Now, as when you get enough resources to send to London, hold off on that. Hold off as long as possible until they send you food 3 times. Because the timing's not the same all the time. It's the timer starts right after you build this administration building, and their favor will just keep going up, even if you don't send resources. Only send resources if you like need wood right away, because they won't give you food a second time. I've never had them be able to give me food, no matter how hard I've tried. Yeah, we haven't gotten a great wheel because our medical place is keeping up just fine. They're less likely to fall sick. Well, they can't fall sick, because now we have this Brazier here too. But so the workplaces are the only places where they can actually get sick from. So you just need to keep that number nice and consistent. Now I really wish when scouts hit something that they would put it on regular play. That's 58,770 wood, which we're gonna need, so we're gonna bring that back to our outpost. Let's pick up that pace again. Alright, looks like we're getting our second food shipment, which is good. So we'll get one more shipment of food after this.
We have a quota to fulfill.
Alright, now that we have our coal mine researched, we need to upgrade our medical posts so that they start healing people. It's going to start getting colder here pretty soon. We're gonna need them to heal faster because we're always at that 10 coal with 3 on reserve. Let's get our coal mine working up here. Yeah, we're almost out of coal here, and it's about to get colder. They'll get that double cold point on the second day. Coal mine will produce a lot more than that will. Our food's here. Less food. We'll be good for now though. We don't need a rush. Because the New London thing, we're sorry to inform you that you won't get any more food unless we send in resources. Understood. Now, I suggest you just keep hoarding the resources until absolutely necessary. Until your rations get down to about 25, 30. don't send them resources. While it's still daylight, let's turn this off for a quick sec. Save some of our resources. What? I got research, that's good. Now as for our outpost team, we're going to send them to the frozen den next. Our people should start building that now, and our wood foundation's pretty good. So I like to reduce that down to 5, open up more people. That we can send them to do other resources. And then next, after our medical post is done and our coal mine is built, we're going to want to start researching our hand carts so I can get some of the resources out a lot faster. Coal mines built. This place maxed out. Save that for reserves later. Oh, we must have a lot of sick people in here. Crap. That should have been up to 2 by now. Back on.
Get to work, people. Shipment is waiting.
Alright, first shipment's ready. Alright, what's full? Handcarts researched. Now that our handcarts researched, we need to start working on our scouts. We're gonna need this lighter scout sleds so that they can keep moving. Our people's here, they found nothing. So we'll head to the crumbling hut. The crumbling hut will give us a couple people, but by the time we get about right halfway here, it'll tell us to go here again to try to find a new food production place. That's the last shipment of food that we'll get, unless we send in our production. There it is. Still haven't dispatched steel and beam, understood. We got the food that we needed. Alright. We're gonna need to send the resources to start the find the food quest. Let's just launch and give it to them. I got to a +1, let's switch just to steel. Its work time's almost over anyway, so it won't matter. Understood. They'll send us food. People will be angry. Our next mission will go up here in a little bit.
That's it. Work's done for today.
We got more scouts done. Now more scouts are done. We need to do a lighter. We need to get to our second upgrade. There comes our food. going.
Hurry up, people. We have a quota to fill.
Where are these two workers coming from? I do not remember where those two workers came from. We'll just throw them in there. Alright. They get here, they'll find survivors because it's 11 engineers, which we're going to need, so we're going to escort the survivors back to the outpost. Then once we get that, we'll send them down here because then we'll probably get the food quest. Hopefully we'll get the food quest. When we get the lighter sleds when our level 2's done, and they'll just skyrocket their way through this place, through the places that we need them to go. Let's move on. Alright, that's done. Lighter scout sleds. And we're at 130. You go to our. We need to switch over. Once it gets time. Alright.
The workday is over. You're free to your quarters.
Switching from steel cores to steel doesn't affect you at all because your steel core production is so low and it doesn't really go any higher. You get 2 a day, so you just want to keep with that. With face. Bad news, government shipments change. For now, food supplies will send only after you dispatch resources. Yep. And we should get the quest here in a little bit. And we're also bringing about 30 people, so we're going to need 3 more houses. So we got some free time here. $10, $20, $30, yep. Oh, we have 33, so we're going to need an additional house. Roads. These houses can actually be inhabited. And we're also going to need a brazier because it's going to get cold here pretty soon. And our best bet would be actually to... Well, it doesn't really matter. This one covers these houses, so our best bet would actually be to cover these 3 houses over back here. Yeah. Over here will be better. Never mind. This place pumps out pretty much enough coal. We'd actually build a 3rd one. We actually wanted to, but yeah, we'll say no to that. Look at the pace here. Let's hope so. They want us to go get some more food, so in 3 hours we'll be able to send these guys out to go find food. Okay, so we're over that 100 steel limit, so yeah, we're already on the course. Alright, we got those people. Now their favor's high, let's get some more wood. If you ask for people, they'll enable a child law, and that'll piss everybody off. And wood's the only thing that we can get that won't give us a new law, so just keep on asking for wood as long as you can until they won't work with you anymore, because eventually they'll just stop working with you. Now let's get these guys out here. Faster sled should be done here pretty soon too. It'll warm up, it'll be nice. Right of food.
New London counts on us.
Right of food here. Alright, lighter sleds are done. Nice. Next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to research our infirmary, because once that double cold thing hits, we're going to get some brave people here. So we're going to have to need to deal with that. Since we got plenty of engineers too. Alright, let's get our coal output back maxed out. That's all good. Steel's all good. We're gonna need more steel though, so let's throw these guys out here. Keep it at 5 wood because we're about to get a whole bunch of wood here pretty soon. We should get a cord here pretty soon too. Then we can go get ourselves our second set of food. There we go. Yeah, we got some hungry people, that's fine. Alright, steel runs depleted. Let's throw you guys up there. That still gives us 10 people to work with. So our coal production's pretty high out there, our wood production's pretty high out there. We're gonna need these 10 people here in a little bit anyway. Alright, switch back to steel here.
Shift over. Remember to stow your tools.
Alright, infirmary's done. I just wait for one steam core. Actually, we're gonna need that steam core more than we're gonna need that steel. And we got plenty of wood, so now that that's our one research is done, we're gonna want to go with a heater research. So we can start heating up our facilities for when the double cold shows up. Well, the double cold's gonna be here any minute, so that'll create less sickness. These places are like very low falling risk, but that'll change here pretty shortly. We got our food. Where are we at? We're at 3. No one's starving, so they won't eat the raw food just yet. Spore. Carry on, Smooth Valley. That 50% speed increase is what's really going to save us here.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Alright, everyone should be pretty chilly now.
To work. Let's get this shipment ready.
Yeah, this place is too cold, so we won't be healing people right now. We need this heater research to get done as soon as possible. Come on, get up there. There we go. Alright. We also need to switch over to steel. Firm, build. Get that up there. And we need to raise the temperature on these places. Get them nice and working. Get our food place raised. And hopefully our 8 people that aren't working on anything should be able to get that place built just in time. Over here, explore, take our 17 wood, and get down to the hot springs, and this will be our food settlement, which is critical. Let's take away engineers from the steel here. Alright, you're done. Max that out. Let's get these gray wheel people taken care of. That's a time crunch is when that double temperature thing happens. USD be on the ball with that one. That steel will be done here pretty soon. We're working on steel there. The food thing is going to be like the main issue that we're going off of. Now we have our heater done, and we have our infirmary done. Next up, we're going to want to work on bunk houses to increase our housing order. I should keep our people away from the starving area for just long enough that we need. It's always a shot in the dark with the starving thing, because sometimes the hungry people don't eat first in this game, which is a little annoying, but that's how it's always been. And then the starving people the hungry people just turn to starving people after a while. Alright, so there are the hot springs explore. Terrific, get the raw food, get back here. Yep. Alright, that's all done. Then we need 2 people. Then we need 50 steel. I need an extra person. Take one from there, throw that guy in. These guys should arrive early enough that we don't starve to death. Once I get to my steel, I'll send those guys out. I'll warm up, people will be less sick, be less hungry. Alright, we got our steel. Upgrade those guys. And we send them there to build our outpost. Oh, that one took 5 guys? I swear that took 10. I guess I'm wrong. Alright, we got 3 others, which is fine. Oh, our steel is gone. Which typical is what we're bound to happen. So I just started picking up some of these resources out on the skirts. I was got 55, and that's closer to a road. You know, sometimes people in this game don't take the roads, even though it'd be a lot easier. Sweet, we got our bunk houses. Yeah, you want me to do research? Now that our bunkhouses are done. So our next thing that we're going to want to start working on is, do we have enough yet? No, we need 50 steel for that. Yeah, we're going to need to wait on that steel to get up there, and then start researching our next one. Yeah, they're all working on it. We'd be dealing with way too many starving people if we didn't have this 50% increased speed on here. And we got our bunkhouses, which would help prevent more sickness. So the places that aren't actually like getting the pure heat that they need is where we need to build them. So all these houses are being heated, so we need to upgrade these 3 right here. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Cancel that. I didn't know the building was still on there. Those 3 houses should get built pretty promptly.
Work's over for today. Time to get some rest.
Build those 3 before it gets cold. Okay, there we go. Yeah, people are hungry, I know. There's not much I can do with that, except for another day and 3 hours. Build trading depot, yep. Good, we got a food supply. One more thing, we have problems. We need some food. Thank you. And that'll get us another food supply being sent in. That'll get us actually 2, which is what we're gonna need because we're dealing with 7 starving people and 54 hungry, so we're gonna need a lot of food to keep that up. And we need that 50 steel.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Yeah, these places are still warm. We up these places so we don't have a lot of gray wheel people working. We got plenty of coal on it. This place doesn't get hardly any heat at all, which sucks. You can't build a burner down there.
New London counts on us.
Once we get that food in, we'll be set though. It should come in during the work time hours. And here's London being douchebags. Oh, they're not douchebags yet. They're just asking for their shit. That's fine. While their favor is still high, we'll ask for more wood. That's the only thing they'll give us without throwing a hissy fit. Alright, then we need to get ourselves our level 3. To the Great Wheel, mild frostbite, yep. Typical. This is outrageous because they're complaining that we're getting food and they're not. Yep. Alright, so we're done with the hard part. The hard part's done. Tell our people to back down and send them out. Don't need to be douchebags, it doesn't really change any of the outcome. Then you lose 10 mouths to feed. They were just useless people that weren't able to do anything. There they go. Traders, bullocks, so on and so on. Alright, so our food's working through now. Alright, then we should get other stuff here. Yep. Manpower's resource, so let's try to find more people, which is what they want us to do. Local times. Now your major resources that you're concerned about is food and wood. So once these people get back here, we're going to send them out again.
It's time to rest. You've earned it.
Yes, rest and go eat some food, because this game has a weird thing about food. We need help against New London, we'll think about it. Never mind. Now the hot spring people are douches. This game either needs to update them to make them more reliable, because no matter how much you help them out, they will still not help you in the end game when you need 300 food to send to a place. That's a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say where you're sending it, but yeah. So only send them any of this stuff, but you need food from them. Well, you're gonna need to give them enough stuff. I think it's still helping hands too, to where you can build a trade route and they'll send you food every other day, so you don't have to keep trading for them. Until then, this is what you gotta do, is just give them resources until they don't really care anymore. Those people are going away. They're out. I was gonna want to tell us if we want to name our own place. Let's do it. Let's just choose a random name. Winterhome's already a place, so I'm not gonna choose Winterhome. I feel like that'd be a slap in the face of that place. That place basically got taken over. Let's go Victoria. Yeah, sure. Then we'll get our shipment of food here in a little bit. Then we'll send them out. Alright. And now we can make our own laws. Making our own laws is good. The biggest thing I would suggest is building child shelters. That's the first law I would sign right away. And then keep the child shelters in a pretty warm place, so where you're gonna build another burner, which I generally build another burner over here. We're gonna want to give it space for another house site. So right here should be good. Or you can build it. Let's build it more down here since it already has a road. Then we can just build a burner right here on this corner to keep the child shelter warm and to keep our food place warm. Let's keep going. Oh, our people showed up. Crap.
Sun's up. Gird your loins for work, people.
I thought I sent them home. Whatever. Take resources. Let's go back. So there are two routes you can take here. This is how you divert yourself. Going down this route down here, down the ice caverns, and then you'll take a route that leads down to this side. Will give you a coal mining town, which you'll need for endgame. But that's not important right now because we have plenty of coal. Your most important route is to go through the high pass here, and then there will be a little settlement right here called Shipwreck, and that's the one that you need the most because that's where you're going to get most of your wood from. Because these trees over here won't last very long, and neither will these trees here, and I don't really like building for trees here. It's kind of pointless in my opinion. It takes up way too much space, and that's where you can build some other stuff for housing where you need can build a coal thumper. Good our save, hope rises, discontent lowers. Discontent will keep on lowering as we go. Now that we got our calculators researched, gonna want to go into our research base here. And factories are useless. I'm just gonna tell you that straight out right now. The factory is the most useless thing in this game. Unless you mess up the infirmary thing at the beginning, and you just get amputees like crazy. So the next upgrade that we're gonna want to go with is our freight elevator. So we'll speed this up. Right, they've returned, which I need them to do, and I need them to hit over the bypass. Start working on that route. No thanks, hope to rise slightly, so I'll give us more hope. That child shelter is really good. If we let London decide, they would have put it into child labor, and you can't use child labor for basically anything. It's better to have them at a child shelter and then submit a book of law to let them work as a medical facility, because most of what you're going to deal with in this DLC, more than any other DLC I feel like, is healing people. People get sick so easy in this game, and you don't have the time or the resources to deal with other people. Alright, so our food's getting a little low, so let's send those people some of our food. I mean, some of our resources to get some food in here. It doesn't look low, but it will be low. We'll speed this up. It looks like this video is running about 57 minutes. And basically,
Attention! Work shift is over.
basically, I'll probably end this video once we get the wood place. Because once we get the wood place, that's fine and done. We're basically done. We're all set for the rest of the game. There's nothing we really have to deal with. The only thing that you have to deal with is maintaining food and maintaining wood. Coal is practically non-existent. The biggest concern you have for the rest of the game is keeping your food high by continuously bargaining with food, keeping your wood at a constant supply line, and making the wood place loyalty. You want the wood place and the coal place loyalty. And then you're going to want 300 food on reserve at max when the in-game event happens. Because if you get the wood place loyalty at Shipwreck, they will give the workers that the in-game event needs, which is 50 of them, I believe, right now. They might change that later because that's a ridiculous amount. It's either 50 or 30. Then the coal people, when you get them loyal, will send 3,000 coal to the end-game event place, which you can actually make yourself 3,000 coal pretty easily, so they're not really necessary, but it really helps. The biggest problem you have is the food one, because no matter how many times I've played through this game, no matter how many times I've tried this DLC, I cannot get the food people to get loyal enough to help me with the end-game event of sending 300 food resources. So you need to work on having 300 at that point and keeping your people alive. But basically, this is it for getting a starting settlement survivable enough. That is all you need. So I know that's a big mouthful that I just said there, but I'm just giving you the laydown of everything that's going to happen from here on out. But this is essentially what you need to start off to even have a chance of surviving. Because this DLC is brutal. I cannot stress that enough. But well, I hope this helped you guys. If you watch this video on how to survive in this DLC for at least the first 13 days, it looks like, to give you a competent guide of where you need to go, what you need to do, how you need to build things, what order things need to be done, resource management, all that stuff. So that's pretty much the rundown of this video, which was going to be a build guide, but it's turned into a how to survive in the first hour, which is the hard part. So we'll just sign this last law real quick, which is what I want to do. We want medic apprentices, because engineers are useless in this.
New laws are in place.
Because the only engineering building I ever built was this place right here. And the workshop does not need to be progressed any more than it is right now. But anyway, yep. So that'll end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the information I spilled out. It took me about 3 days to figure out. So yeah. Until next time. Later. Please leave a like and subscribe for more guide content. Plan on making a bunch of guides for future games.